G'day everybody, where's Wally here? Well, today I'm going to have a little bit of an overview of my new chew toy, Mitchell from Australia. Let's have a look at his channel. Well, Mitchell looks like he's getting sick of having his feet held to the fire, and like so many pseudoscientists before him, I just think he might be thinking of Rockfin and running away. If you're going to make claims and you don't want them challenged, you're going to need a new platform for that. Now, he did say he can defend or back up his claims, and yet we see that he's unable to actually do that. Peer review sucks. Well, for flat earthers anyway.
But every single point that I'm putting out, I know I can back up. They have a go at it, I just debunk it. Yeah? It is all flat earth proof. It is all globe destroying. It does not matter which point you globers pick. Everything that I put out, I can back up, I can verify, I can prove is flat earth proof and globe destroying.
I wanted to highlight just how many fails Mitchell has. And these are just the few that spring to mind. I didn't actually go and research this very much. There was the infamous drone hover. Well, that was a fail at best and totally dishonest at worst.
This is not devastating for me at all. Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong. I'll eat a big piece of humble pie.
Thanks, Wolfie, for that one. Then there was the ISS star trails that he tried to slap Simon Dan around with that one, but I showed that it was totally correct, and it proved that the ISS is in orbit and at a 51.6 degrees declination too. Well, Mitchell from Australia handed the baton to Sleeping Warrior, who just added his own special brand of fail to that one. Oh, and fun fact, Mitchell, you can see the North Star Polaris from 16 degrees south of the equator. Now there's a voice grab for you. I have the photo to prove it too. Have a look. And it's facing north. There's just one small catch. It was taken from the ISS at 420 kilometres of upness.
This is not devastating for me at all. Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
Gravity is not a force, but you can think of it as a force. Maybe that's the best way of putting it.
Yep. George Musa, 2019, describing every single glober's problem with gravity. It is not a force.
Mitchell also cherry-picked Gravity is Not a Force from George Musa and FTFE. Well, that was a bit of a fail.
This is not devastating for me at all. Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
And Mitchell and his Australian Black Swan, thanks to Critical Think, that's been shown as a total fail.
Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
Mitchell's magnetic declination and compass fail, well, that was only just the other day.
Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
Mitchell's Australia sunrise fail, I'm waiting to point that out again. My thinking is that Mitch will not go back to the beach again until, say, the equinox in March. Wouldn't want to see any inconvenient truth about that sun rising south of east now, would he? No, of course not.
The sky will not lead you astray.
Then there's Mitchell's Polaris fail. Thanks to Blue Marble Science. Well done, mate. Mitchell had to eat crow on that one.
Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
Then we had Mitchell's total hand-waving dismissals of all of the eclipsing geostationary satellite proofs that I handed him in my first debunk. There was the space shadows, the circular shadow shape, the satellites in orbit, the triangles in general, and he even failed at reading a diagram. He couldn't work out where the height and below the surface was.
Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
Then there's the measuring of R by Wally using telescopes as super sextants, and we have so far seen total avoidance of that one. Where are you, Mitch? I want you to have a look at that.
You get it, Wally.
Now I wanted to go over some more. His failure on celestial navigation, circles of equal altitude. First fail is Mitchell keeps saying areas of equal altitude. I'm not sure why you're saying that, Mitchell. Mitchell, this is only a circle, and it's only the circumference that represents the circle of possible positions. Inside that circle, all the altitudes to the star are greater and not equal to the ones that you just measured with your sextant. Outside, they're less. It's only on the circle where they're just right. So stop saying area when you mean circle.
Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
Oh, and now I just realised last night when I was looking at this that everything he's doing with sextants on a flat Earth is wrong, and sextants cannot actually work on a flat Earth. Mitchell, I can back this up, and this is going to be huge. So I'm going to have to do a whole video about this, so stay tuned to that one, guys.
Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
The other claim I heard you make, Mitchell, and you make so many it's hard to keep up, you said that there is no stellar parallax. Let's have a listen.
Then you should absolutely see stellar parallax. There should be massive parallax. From night to night, well, during the same night, we do not see any parallax. We do not see any change in the night sky. It stays absolutely relative the same.
Now, are you sure about that, Mitchell? Did you check that out? It's about now that Mitchell's getting that all too familiar feeling in the pit of his stomach that his R's is about to explode. Wally is not taking any prisoners, so Mitchell, you know those two satellite observations that I made with the telescopes? They were taken at the same time and pointing to the same satellite. So you can see that the background stars are not in the same place when observed by telescopes that are a mere 282 kilometres apart on the surface of the planet. That shift, Mitchell, is called parallax. Now, if you do a little pixel counting and multiply the difference of 657 pixels by the calibration determined by the plate solving of 3.19 arc seconds per pixel, you get 2096 arc seconds, or 0.58 of a degree. That's half a degree of parallax observed by looking through two Uber Sextant. That is perspective view too, you muppet Mitchell. So yet another of Mitchell's claims go bye-bye, and there's nothing he can do about it. These two views are looking through telescopes at exactly the same time and exactly the same place in space from two locations that are 282 kilometres apart. Now, I will help you, Mitch. Stellar parallax is the apparent shift of positions of nearby stars. I'm not claiming that this is true stellar parallax, but make no mistake, Mitch, it is parallax. So much fail.
Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
And even more finely, in Fool School episode 38, the main protagonist made this totally false statement.
Very, very awkward situation to be in if you're a glober. All right, never has a glober ever given us the radius to their Earth.
Well, it seems, Mitch, you're still too scared to tackle the R proof. Yeah, I said proof. I proved it in my second debunk of your lazy attempts to debunk me. You see, you keep saying that I will need R for that. So logically, I had to go and show you R. So I did. Now, you might want to go and look and try and understand it. I used Uber Sextants, super accurate telescopes, and you won't believe how good these measurements were. I have not measured angles from the flat surface either, Mitchell. I have measured them from the stars, because both of these telescopes were polar aligned.
The sky will not lead you astray.
So if I have R, and I can literally show you I measured it without assuming R, then your whole debunkery of me falls apart totally.
Yeah, I was wrong, and I can admit I was wrong.
So Mitchell, let's make this a little more interesting, shall we? Now look, because I'm a top bloke, unlike that crook, Mr. Sensible.
Wally, what on earth do you think you're doing? If I can refer you to section 7, part 5, paragraph 3E, any breach of this NDA will result in a severe kicking of your Jacobs. Stop it.
I'm going to offer you 100 Aussie dollars. And yes, it's a challenge, so it's not going to cost you a cent. It will only cost me $100 if you can do the following 3 things. Firstly, I want you to unblock Where's Wally from your channel. Look, I won't be rude or a spammer. You're not afraid to do that, are you, Mitchell? Are you? Now, just do this as a sign of good faith, and now we can get serious. For $50, make a video and show me where due south is on this photo. Now, I hope your inner Boy Scout is up to that one. If you don't know, ask your kids. I'm sure they've been taught this at school. Oh, wait, homeschooled? Oh, anyway. This should be an easy $50, and the link to the picture is in the description, so you have a nice, good quality image to show me using the stars where due south is at the horizon. Okay, bonus round for another $50, Mitchell. Show me where is south in this photo. Point it out correctly, I'll give you another $50. And the link to this picture is also in the description as always. How hard is that going to be? too hard? Well, you can always say, "You've stumped me again, Wally. That last one with the SCP overhead has to be taken at the South Pole on a globe Earth. I will give you $100, no question asked, except, what's your PayPal, pal?" I'll just claim it back from Wolfpack Petty Cash anyway. Mitchell, let's see what you can do.
The sky will not lead you astray.